Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm working on my third layout in the Whole Kit Caboodle YouTube hop. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am working again with the music notes collection from Photoplay, and I am going to be continuing to work through this whole collection kit for the Whole Kit Caboodle series with Ginger from Ginger's Corner and some of her friends. And there's a YouTube playlist linked below that you can go to that will include all the people who are participating and how they work their way through a full collection kit. So today I'm going to be working on my third layout. These are the papers that I picked to scrapbook these photos, and this was the title I had. So I had made this for a swap, and then this was my part of the swap that I kept for myself, so I'm going to use that. And then these embellishments were with it. This little set is from Miss Kate Cuttables. I'll try to remember to link that in the description box as well. I printed my journaling onto this tag, which is the last tag I had in this package from Basil. So that's always exciting to use up a package of something. So this is going to be my base page. I did trim 3/4 of an inch off of one side and off of the bottom to leave me this smaller square. And then I decided I was going to gut this paper because I love how this one brings in all the colors. So I'm going to probably use that on another layout as well. And this one is going to be the frame for my layout. And then I'm going to put this over top. And then we'll see what we're going to do with that in a few minutes here. So let's start there. We'll get this laid down. I got a couple things, like I had some ideas, and then I was like working through things and got started. And then I was like, I should probably turn the camera on and actually do the video that I was intending to do with this instead of just creating the layout. So here we go. This is where we're going to start. I'm going to put this as like framed onto that one with all of those beautiful colors, and I love how that looks. Okay, perfect. So then this one, I was thinking I could do like a border here, and then I was thinking another border across here, but I don't have the paper that I want for that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab from my scraps. I have this sheet that I have been pulling from, and I made it, where's my trimmer? I did this in the last two videos where I took a strip off of it for like a border strip kind of idea. And I think I'm going to do that again for this particular layout. And I think I'm going to go a couple of rows up so that I can get a full row without pulling from. So like if I cut in between this one, I have to either cut all of the things from the top or all of the things from the bottom. I can't seem to do both, so I'm going to go with that. And this is going to be my strip. Okay, so that's going to be the one. Oh, and then I cut 3/4 of an inch off, right? So that it matches with where the blue is at. And we'll do that. Oh, and this goes this way because I don't want that F to be upside down. We have that Forte. There he is. So I want him to be right side up. So then I'm thinking like, oh, well, I cut too much off apparently. That's okay. We can fix that. And then this one. Okay. So what we can do is we can just stretch that across by adding that over top, and that will be fine. And then I was thinking like a square in here out of this piece. So let me see, let me grab a ruler and see what I think about size wise. So I'm thinking like something about maybe 8.5 by 8.5. Okay. And okay, there we go. So I'm going to cut this one to be 8.5 by 8.5. And that should fit nicely in here, just settled into that corner piece. Right there is what I'm thinking. And then I was thinking that I might want my title to go down at the bottom here. And I think this tucks in where this little loopy thing is, tucks in really kind of cute into that treble clef spot. So I think I'll put that there. Then I have my photos, and I'm not really sure how I want to lay those out yet, but thinking like I could do them in a row. I could do 2 over here and 1 over here. I could do it all kinds of ways. So I could do it 2 like that. So I have a few options, so we won't get too worked up about that just yet, but I'm kind of thinking like might be cute. I also have this drum piece that I kind of want to get on here because it goes with the music notes embellishments that I chose for my title. And I would like to get some of these on here. I might not use all of these on here. I could use them in other layouts too, but I was thinking like maybe something like that. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna set these ones aside with my scraps. Here's my journaling. I'll tuck that in there somewhere. Maybe like so. Or it could go at the front of my photos. I could tuck these. This could be a little bit like, because that would fit behind there and then they're not floating. Something like that. What else am I thinking? So I'm thinking I'm going to need some twine on here. So I do have some twine happening on in this little kit that I have. And I don't think I'm going to need much else on this layout just because those elements that I chose were so like large. They take up quite a bit of space. The title and the drum and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't think I need much more to go on here. All right, there we go. So what I might do though is I feel like I need something under the photos and the tag. So let's see how big this piece is, because this might do the trick. This is, if I cut that strip off, it's 3.5. So that might work. And that's the B side of this paper. So if I put these on top of here, and then I could even cut like a fishtail banner, this way, into here. That might be okay too. So yeah. I want this to be a little bit inside of the blue. I don't want it hanging off the blue. So I'm just gonna make a little mark with my fingernail. That's my high-tech way of deciding where I'm going to cut my paper. I'm just going to make a mark with my fingernail. There we go. And so now we have that little scrap as well. And these are going to go, maybe I'll do the fishtail. I just want to make sure my music notes are facing the right way because there is a tone-on-tone pattern here. And I don't want that to get lost and then end up with something upside down. That's going to drive me crazy later. Okay. There we go. Let's try this. Cute. Okay, liking it. So I'm going to pause the camera then, and I'm going to glue some of this stuff down, and then I'll pop back in and we'll put on some finishing touches, and we also will be needing a date, which I have to find. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so as I was gluing things down, I realized I don't think I told you guys where this other strip here came from, and it is just the B side of this blue green background paper. So that is where this piece came from, because I forgot to mention that. And then this is what it looks like all attached down to the page. And I did move my title from the right to the left. I just thought it fit better in that kind of corner space. And then I decided I was going to pop up the title and the drum. So I used that same leftover chipboard, which would normally go in the recycling, but I'm going to use it to pop up my title and my embellishment, as I did with that first layout that I worked on for this series. So just another way to use your stash and make the best out of your purchases. Before that dries too much, I was going to grab something maybe to tuck under. Let's see. I was thinking I could, oh, I like these. Maybe I'll grab those. I need a place to put my date. I like this. And do I want tickets too? Yeah, maybe. Okay. So I am going to, let me just grab my tweezers and lift that back up a little bit. I was thinking of this. Actually, what I was thinking of was a label, but I like this better. I forgot I had these. So these are when I use up some cardstock and I have like bits left that can't really be used to mat anything, or they're not big enough to save or whatever, I'll run them through my die cut machine, and then I put them into these little bins by color. So I have a whole one that's just all arranged by color, and I went through a bunch of those when I was making my kit and picked out things that coordinated with this particular collection. And there, yeah, this is one of them. So I'm putting the glue on the top. That's not helpful. So I just think that will go there nicely. I think this one, I'm just gonna put up here. And then I also want to grab a few chipboard pieces, and then we'll see what else I have for embellishments. This is not glued down yet, but I'm thinking I could put the heart there and the drum there. Maybe I could tuck the, here, let's stamp my date on here. See what happens. Maybe I don't want the second heart. I don't know if I need that. It's not giving me the vibe I want. Okay. So I'm thinking this could go somewhere here. Do I want the heart, or do I want this, or do I somehow want to include both? How about arrows? Arrows are good. Maybe this arrow, or down here. Ooh, I kind of like it under the date. Maybe I'll take this out and put a star. What else do I have that would fit there? I have a bigger star. Kind of more matches with what's happening there. else can I get on here? Let me see. So I want something to glue this down. Should I maybe wait a second? I'll see what else I pick out. So I have, what do I have? I have stickers. Oops, now I'm throwing stuff on the floor. So I have these stickers. I have these stickers, and then I have the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, which is still in this container, which I can look at. Now, what do we got? I know what else I wanted to put on here was brads. What do we got? We have oh, I like this one. This is my jam. There we go. I do like the drumsticks, but I feel like I already have that element kind of over here. And I like the music notes. I think I could put a few of those maybe just in a couple of spots. Is there another one? Yep, I like this one. This one better. Okay, so got a few stickers on. Take the little insider piece out of there. Maybe I'll put it on here. That's kind of cute. And then, oops, the insider piece got stuck back on there. Do I want any of these? These are kind of similar, more music notes. So no, I'll pass on that. I dropped my stars on the floor. I think I'm gonna just use one heart kind of over here as like another piece. And then we can get some brads to go around the page. So I'm thinking 3 over here, maybe down here. And then we can do we have smaller? Are these ones? I think these ones are smaller. Maybe 1, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, so now we have 3 brads for each space, each cluster on there. I want something in the center of my viewfinder. How about this button? That's kind of fun, right? That'll go well. I think I'll need a glue dot for that. Okay, so hang on, I'm gonna glue that down and I will be right back. All right, so this is what it looks like with all of the things glued down, and I will make sure to take a photo so I can put a still shot at the end of the video, and I will also post it on my Instagram account. So I hope that you found this video inspiring on how to make a layout with a collection kit and using the cardstock that coordinates and maybe a Cricut or some dies to make titles and embellishments. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope you all have a great day. Bye for now.